Bianca, how old are you?
Oh shoot, why'd you have to make me think about it? I'm 28.
28.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
38.
Yeah.
Turning 39, you're 28.
Yeah.
Turning 29, okay.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm old. I had to think about it. Jeez. I didn't want to age myself or de-age myself. I don't want to be that type of girl.
But in your 28 years, have you always loved your body?
No. I was Piglet in grade 4. I was called Piglet in grade 4. Yeah.
I was called Oinka.
Okay, well that makes sense. Well, no, not that. Like the name, like your name, Onika. No, pineapples. No, I wasn't ready. I bet because your name's Onika, like that makes sense that they would, like that would be the first thing that that. Sorry. I love you though. I'm so sorry, and I'm laughing. I'm nervous laughing. Dish.
Hey y'all, it's Onika.
And it's your girl B.
And you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing today, B?
I'm scratching and surviving.
Good
I was
time.
sick, actually, so I'm getting over that.
You're sick?
COVID negative, people. COVID negative, but I was sick, yeah. So I'm getting over that. I'm better. How about you?
I'm good. I'm the only one on the team who I think has not experienced the COVID test.
Really?
I heard you guys talking about it. Didn't you hear I was so quiet I didn't chime in at all?
But you work.
I had a story.
I know. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
No, because we screen like daily. So we know. Like we know when there's outbreaks.
Yeah, I did the test.
Far away.
I did the test, guys, and I'm COVID negative. It's not just me saying I'm COVID negative. Like I actually got the disgusting swab stuck up my nose.
I'm just like zhuzhing my bow right now. I feel so much for this bow in this moment. Today is actually Valentine's Day.
That we're recording on, yeah.
That we're recording on, not that we're airing on. That's going to be the following Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
But to all you lovers out there,
that love every day and not one specific day.
Not that love every day, not one specific day. Happy Valentine's Day. I thought I'd just put that out there. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I had a Valentine myself.
Oh,
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, let's not. Let's
not talk about it.
Let's not talk about it.
Instead, I think we should get into the
newsflash. How did I not know you were going to stick me with the newsflash so quickly?
Of course.
I have 14% of time, so let's use it. Let's use it wisely. So we didn't even talk about what we're talking about today.
Body image. Sorry, guys. My bad. This is going to be a tough topic.
So we're just trying to play it loosey-goosey right now until we get serious?
Yeah,
is that what the vibe is?
We're playing it loose until it's time to like really jump in, and I guess right now is the time to jump in, so we're jumping in body image.
Yeah. So for your newsflash today, guys, I have a news report from Yahoo News, and it's regarding Tamara Moray Housley. I forgot she is married, so she has a hyphenated name.
Of Tia and Tamara.
Yes, sister. Oh, you had to do that. I know you wanted
Coming
to.
At you.
Yeah. So she opens up about mental health, body image, and her body image journey, and she says she still has a way to go. So, Tamara Moray Housley is reminding her followers to practice self-love currently. So she's the 42-year-old actress, as we said, from Sister, and she posted a laid-back selfie earlier this year, so in January, with a jumpsuit and large silver hoops with her hair pulled into a bun. I don't know why this is so descriptive. Like,
just showed a picture.
Like, they did show a picture. Like, they went in with this article. So in the caption, she opened up about her struggles with body image and her mental health. So she says, y'all, I've worked so hard to get my body, mind, and spirit to a place where I'm proud and at peace and still have a ways to go. But I will tell you this, though. It's not about the number on the scale. It's about loving yourself and showing up over and over again. For anyone out there who's feeling stuck, off their routine or lacking motivation, just keep going or keep swimming, ha ha ha, and show up. There's actually a ha 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 in here. Show up for yourself.
Like something that Tamara would do.
Show up for yourself in some small way today, and then do it again tomorrow, and then again the days after that, and it will get easier. Hashtag self-love, hashtag self-care, hashtag workouts. So yeah, they did attach the. Am I boring you?
No, I just I have a comment, but I'll save it.
Okay, let's save it.
I'll save it until the end.
So fans took to the comments to praise her for her transparency. I needed to hear this. Thank you, a fan said. Thank you for encouraging words, Tamara. Stay safe and stay blessed. Someone else wrote, thank you. I needed this. So as you know, gratitude went on and on. So she has opened up about wellness and the importance of fitness in her life. In October, the Talk alum told people that working out has helped her amid the pandemic. So when we all had to be quarantined for so long, I really discovered the importance of diving back into exercising now that I had the time. She admitted at the time, I'm a huge believer in making lemonade out of lemons, so I wanted to use the time wisely. I discovered that when I worked out and when I moved my body, I felt better, and I felt better about myself, and not only physically but mentally. So that is the snippet from Miss Sister Tamara Morway Housley. Did I say the last name right?
Morway.
Maori. Sorry for butchering your name, girl. I still love you, sister. Yeah. I still love you, sister, and the game. So our next news report comes from TTV News, Edmonton. So COVID-19 contributing to body-related anxiety, school fears among Edmonton teens, says experts. So the pandemic apparently is wearing on the mental health of teenagers, specifically in Edmonton, which I think should be all over worldwide, it's not just Edmonton. But according to the team of Edmonton psychologists who say more of their young clients are reportedly body insecure issues and school-related fears. In some cases, young clients have been reported having panic attacks at school and their rapid breathing impeded by their masks, which I thought was going to be a problem from the jump. Those masks are hard to breathe in when you're just at the grocery store alone. Yeah, I mean, people, crazy. I don't like to complain because nurses have to wear them for 12-hour shifts and things like that, but it's a lot for kids from grade 3 and up to wear masks all day in a school environment. So panic attacks, that's crazy. In most severe cases, teen girls have developed clinical eating disorders, and we're seeing that it's typically among girls aged 13 to 16 years old, says Dr. Amanda Stiller, a child psychologist at Stiller Psychology. She attributed the spike in body-related anxiety to teens hanging out with their friends less and spending more time on social media. This could be true, but I'll put in that I think it's also everybody's just gaining quarantine weight. We're home, people are on the computer doing work or sitting down and stagnant.
Do we have any more stories? Or
one more after this,
okay, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so they're exposed to very toxic messages about diet culture and thin beauty ideals, and their influencers conveying messages about what young girls' bodies should look like. Which this has always been a problem.
My time, my generation.
Yeah, my generation. Of course, the younger generation is just probably more rampant because of social media and Instagram and all those things. TikTok and all those things. But she continues to say, and when that isn't what their bodies actually look like, they begin to feel like something's wrong with them. So Stiller said that the negativity can perpetuate multiple different illnesses such as depression and anxiety. It could also lead to the development of eating disorder symptoms, which could also include dieting, over exercising, and purging. Negative body image negative body image is a real concern that could lead to several negative outcomes, Stiller said. It is not just an Edmonton issue. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Last week, health experts in Ottawa warned that school distributions, social isolation, and COVID-19 fears were driving an increase in eating disorders among young adolescents. So they just continue on to expand on that. And I won't go in because, it's sad. I won't go too deep into it.
No, but I feel like body image, like you said, it's always been a part of the conversation. I don't think there's always been that link to body image and mental health. Because mental health was never a part of the conversation.
Because people didn't think that children could get depressed over the fact that they don't look like certain other
Barbie
kids.
dolls or the other kids in school, or what they see on TV or what they see in magazines. I'll tell you, we lived in the same house, but I don't know if you know that about me, that I had an eating issue. Well, alcohol, it was a disorder. It was, it was never diagnosed by any doctors or anything, but I had my issues around eating at a very early age, around 9-10 years old.
I wouldn't have been born yet, but I didn't know it was so early.
Yeah, I forgot. You wouldn't even have been here yet. Maybe you remember this from the fetus.
From the outside world.
The outside world, yeah. So, like around 9-10 years old, 11 was when Mom realized what was going on with me. A teacher reported that I wasn't eating at school. And when I got home, Mom asked me 2 questions. She said, "What did you eat for dinner last night? And what did you have for lunch?" Or it was, "What did Grandma cook for dinner last night? And what did you have for lunch?" When she woke up. Right? So I couldn't tell her what I had for lunch, and I'd stopped checking on what, because I would let Dad eat, Dad would eat 2 helpings of food. If he saw that there was food in the pot, he'd eat it, right? So my mom would wake up and she'd see it an empty pot, just enough food for her. She assumed everybody ate, but I wasn't actually eating. Dad was eating my helping. So I don't know. It was just one of those things. She had to stay up with me to make sure I had to eat at a certain time so that she knew that I was eating, and it was bad. It was really bad. It just wasn't one. It was one of those things where you don't realize why you're behaving the way you're behaving. You just know that you want to be thin so bad. You don't even realize all the things that are being channeled towards you to encourage you to have that kind of mindset. There's a study somewhere in these copious amounts of notes. I always have my notes talking about children's television shows, and how the majority of the images of women on children's television shows, these women are emaciatedly skinny.
Nowadays they got hips. They got mother-bearing hips, child-bearing hips.
No, but they're looking at over the broad spectrum. Not we focus a lot on Sesame Street in our family's household. So Sesame Street
family household.
I watch a little Elmo.
You watch a little Elmo
with T. So with TT, but the thing is, that's a different situation. That's Sesame Street. Sesame Street's the bomb. It's always gonna be. It always has been, it always will be. But other children's television shows, let me think.
I'm interested to see what other children's television shows to be honest.
No, I'm talking about from when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
From when I was a kid, even look at Penny and Inspector Gadget. She was the ideal little girl. She had the blonde hair, blue eyes. She had a svelte little body.
I didn't get how her uncle had black hair. But
she was Penny, for instance. It's perfect example. There's so many, and then the people that are actually teaching your children as well, that are on these shows, Sesame Street, whichever shows are Sesame Street.
It's just the only one right now.
That's the only one I know. I mean, screw it. What am I gonna say?
I could just embarrass myself and whip out all these cartoons that I watch, but no. There's one more. I have one more news report though. So I feel like this one will tie into what you were saying. So it's celebrating everybody, not everybody, everybody. So there's 9 books to help young girls build positive images. So they came up with a list, and and this was in NBC News. So the journey to loving yourself isn't always an easy one, especially for young girls faced with pressure from peers, society, and even family. Having a positive body image can feel elusive at best. So as the mom of 2 daughters, which is Sierra Chavera, I could be saying that wrong, but I'm putting my little oomph into it. She is a mother of 2 daughters, and she's always looking for books to help build up positive body image. So she goes on to list a couple books, and I'm going to list them. Curls by Ruth Forman. The cover is gorgeous. I wish I could show you guys, but if I show my phone to the camera, you guys won't even see it. So Curls. There is also... So it says, she gives a little excerpt. So she says, read this if you want even your littlest girl to appreciate their curly hair. Eyes That Kiss in the Corners by Jonah Ho. And it says, read this book if you're looking for a stunning picture book with the highlights and powers of loving yourself. So I'll do one more because I've seen this book, and it's written by Lupita. I can't say her last name, but I love Lupita. She's the most gorgeous chocolate woman and the best representation for our beautiful chocolate babies, okay? So she wrote a book called Sulwe. I could be saying this wrong. I really hope I'm not, but it's spelled Sulwe because I want you guys to go look for this book. And it says, read this if you want your girls to feel comfortable in their own skin, no matter the color. I will be getting this for my girls because I've heard about this book, and the illustration looks so beautiful. I wish I could show you guys. Maybe we'll put up some pictures on Instagram, with these books. But so that's that. So that there goes on to be more books that the writer lists. But I thought those were the most productive ones for our body image topic today. So
that's good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now you can go into your plethora of information that you're ready to give us.
Oh goodness. Where do I?
Do you hear that sigh?
I know.
Buckle in.
Buckle in, guys.
Buckle up, guys.
Research done by the Mental Health Foundation with more than 4,000 participants.
Don't read it too fast.
I'm not going to read it too fast. Sorry. With more than 4,000 participants cited The Guardian.
You gotta move it.
Found that the idealized media images are not undermining our self-confidence. They're also contributing to our poor mental health. So this is talking about body image and the media. Mm-hmm. So we touched on this during your conversation about your news flash. We touched on that a little bit, but I think that, I mean, the media is not going anywhere. No. So, and I'm sorry to say this, but sex sells. It does. It's an old adage. It's an old adage. And they're benefiting and they're profiting off of these young girls.
And let me tell you, they're profiting more and more younger nowadays. We were just in the car listening to the song. I'm not even gonna say what song it is, but let me just know as an adult, it's my
song. Tell them the song.
No, because I actually like the songs.
But you're a grown ass woman. You could like whatever you want.
So we were listening to Throat Baby in the car. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If our viewers know what that song is,
any of you who don't know who this
I can't even tell you the name of the artist right now. But we were listening to the remix. Okay,
they're straight up out of line. And this is the thing. You're on the social media. You're out there. You're seeing these images as young women. And you're bombarded. And men, too. It's not just young women. It's men,
100%. That's a man singing that song.
Like, it's meant to.
I mean, that's a man singing that song. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, can we move off the song?
Sorry.
No, but young men are struggling, too. They're having to compete with, like, leaner bodies and, like, flatter stomachs and muscular this and... you know, and that's what the image, that's what they're saying, like a man, it's called thin / muscular.
Listen, young boys, like, there's a thing in the adult world called teddy bear season. There's a girl for you out there. Don't worry about it. You're too young to care about what the girls want and the body images. Women too. There's someone out there for you in your adult age. Don't let these high school boys and little boys and little girls determine your it factor. I don't know what they call it now in high school. Whatever. If you're hot or not.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like,
it really doesn't. I mean,
it does at that time. Do you remember though in high school when it meant everything?
Gosh, I thought it was so.
Oh, I was obese.
I thought it was fat, and I was never fat.
I was never fat. That's the crazy thing. Have you ever pictures of
myself from 5 years ago, and I wasn't as big as I am today?
Like,
and the thing is, I have to shout out my friend Yatunde. We talked about this concept called radical acceptance. You know, I'm going to try to learn to radically accept all of this.
Really?
So that I can move forward in whatever direction the good Lord wants me to move forward.
I like it. I like it.
I can't I literally get on the scale every single morning.
Yeah, she does have body issues, guys.
I think, and I will talk about body dysmorphism. I don't want to give myself another label because God knows Onika has so many of them.
Oh yeah, don't give yourself. So what was the last one?
Five. I threw that one away. Guys. No, I threw that one away.
She threw the diagnosis away. She's done with it. She's done with it.
But I had a dietitian tell me, because I used to, like, back at my worst heyday of like my eating issues. I don't like to call it a disorder because again.
Listen, I remember around when I was 13, so you would have been 23. I remember those times.
Like I would purge.
Yeah,
I was always throwing up. You know, I was always I would binge eat, which I still do. The only thing I haven't purged probably in like maybe 2 years now. Because I just figured, like, my adult brain kicked in and said this shit's just
Your adult brain kicked in 2 years ago?
2 years ago, my adult brain kicked in and said this shit's not working anymore. So, like, it's not working. Like, don't stop.
All hope is not lost on a lot of people.
Not lost, I tell you.
That adult brain kicks in.
That adult brain kicks in at some point and says, no, the adult brain kicks in for other things, but for, like, certain things that you don't want to let go of, then your adult brain will kick in and be like, yo, like, you got to cut this shit out. Like, this is not good for you. This is not healthy. Like, you'll lose the weight and, like, whenever it happens, however it happens, but this is not the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped doing that. But then, like, I got into really unhealthy habits. Like, y'all know I don't cook for myself. Everyone's always cooking for me because I hate cooking.
Which we're trying to change.
Slowly. With our main dish.
Ever so slowly.
With our main dish Mondays. We're trying to change that.
Tune in, guys, if you haven't been tuning in.
If you haven't been, it's a good episode.
And give suggestions.
Yeah, give suggestions. Put them in our slide in our DMs.
Slide in. Oh my God, she's been dying to say that. Slide up in our DMs. Not mine. Slide in Dainty Dish podcast DMs.
There we go. Yeah, but like I just feel like I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about, you know, that period of time, you know, the purging, everything like that.
Oh yeah, sorry, the purging, and it was rough. And as I was saying, I still developed some pretty unhealthy habits over the years. Like the binging never really stopped, and
not cooking for yourself.
Not cooking for myself, and eating in the middle of the night is a big one.
I used to do that for years too. So you mean
not eating during the day a lot, like kind of starving myself, like because I have this like unhealthy
relationship with
food and relationship with my body, like because I know in my heart of hearts a lot of the weight gain stuff that's gone on with me has been because of the medication that I took.
That's what to say.
Like most people,
you've been fit and stuff before previously, and then this is just like something new that
3 out of the 9 medications I take, or 8, 7, 9, like 9. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, 3 out of the 9 medications I take cause weight gain. So
and that's like every female with the one medication that causes weight gain, birth control. Like that's a lot. So
I've been competing with that, trying to figure that whole situation out. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I did have a dietitian once tell me I had what is known as body dysmorphic disorder, and it talks about the fact that most of us have some issue with some part of our body, our face, our hair, our stomachs, our butts, whatever.
These stretch marks.
Yeah, stretch marks. They think about, but people with body dysmorphic disorder think about these perceived flaws for hours each day.
So just nonstop, front of the mind, back of the mind,
nonstop. They can dislike any part of their body, although they often find fault with their hair, skin, nose, chest, or stomach. In reality, a perceived defect may only be a slight imperfection, or it could be non-existent, like altogether. So these things are like either it could be there's a slight imperfection, or it's just like all in your head, basically, right? So
like those I remember
but
those.
They obsess.
I remember those. What's it called? They used to show us like in high school when we'd go through. We used to go through like a body image thing in high school. I can't remember. It was peer pressure. Maybe it was like disorders, like eating disorders and stuff like that. And they'd show us a video of like a girl looking in a mirror and like she thought she was like extra skinny, but like she wasn't, or she thought she was really, really fat and like she wasn't. She was anorexic and stuff like that. It was really. They used to give us some really graphic imaging to try to avoid us from having eating disorders. Like I could specifically remember.
That is wild.
A lot. Yeah, like
I don't remember that from high school.
Yeah, no, I do. I remember. I'd have to look it up. It might have been like not Kids Help Phone, but you remember that company that used to do like the kids with the question, like with the exclamation mark, like commercials.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like the bullying commercials and the things like they used to have a lot of graphic commercials. Like, I remember there was one where, like, they're, like, bullying hurts and words hurt, and there was words just flying across the hallway, slapping this kid in the face. Like, and all types of things. Yeah, like, all types of things, and it was just so graphic, and they were trying to say, like, words hurt. Like, just because you say words and you don't see them doesn't mean they don't hurt.
They don't hurt.
Yeah, like...
That's wild. That's wild.
So I'm like, when you're saying all this, I'm like, yeah, I remember those, like... Why we wouldn't have dared to like do certain things. Like
no,
so graphic.
Anywho, in the United States, they call it the body dysmorphic because it's such a hard thing to say.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, when are you going to break this down?
Occurred in 2.5% of males and 2.5% of females. BDD often begins to occur in adolescents 12 to 13 years of age. That's a fact.
Sorry, how much percentage is at that age? Sorry? I heard the 2-point-something% before, but...
It's in 2.5% of males and 2.2% of females, but it starts to occur in adolescents between the ages of 12 to 13 years of age.
Oh, okay.
The cause of it is unclear, but certain biological and environmental factors may contribute to its development, including genetic predispositions and neurobiological factors. So nobody knows why it happens. It just... Sometimes you just latch on to something and you don't let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was the big one in all my friends groups. So I seen them and I knew I was big. Like I knew I was bigger than them. So I assumed I was like big. And I might have latched on to that concept a little bit and thought like I needed to be smaller because I was bigger than them. But so is that
body image? That's a body image issue.
Yeah, but I
started
to realize I'm big because I'm big boned. the Guyanese people would say I'm big boned. It's not. The skin is fine.
The bone is big. It's your bone.
Oh no, it was big skin girl. You said.
Big girl, yeah. From Hey Russell. So example of things that people do that are signs and symptoms of BDD. Camouflaging with body position, clothing, makeup, hair, hats, etc.
What do you mean camouflaging?
Camouflage, like covering themselves up, like camouflage.
Mm-hmm. Like just wearing
like
just
bigger, baggier clothes.
Oh, okay.
You know, it says.
I feel like you're about to say this list, and
hair,
I did this all in high school. This is going to be very disturbing.
Comparing body parts to others' appearances. Seeking surgery. I don't think you did that.
I did at a point in time, actually. I wanted to get a BBL.
Damn.
I want
checking in a mirror. Avoiding mirrors, skin picking, excessive grooming, excessive exercising, and changing clothes excessively. You did change clothes excessively.
Oh my gosh! Maybe like one's not me.
One's not you.
In like high school. No, I picked my skin. I picked my face. I picked my face because I used to. Yeah.
Some of those are me.
Oh my gosh, no, that's really disturbing. I'm like, I did though, but now I'm just like, whatevs. I love myself, and I got someone who loved me too. So.
Oh gosh, please just. So apparently, BDD is also linked to social anxiety disorder, depression, eating disorders, and obsessive compulsive disorder. And if you think about it, it makes sense because it's like you're obsessing about your body. So obsessive compulsive disorder, you don't want to necessarily go out into public and be around people. Social anxiety.
No, I used to hide from mirrors and stuff like that.
There's depression. Yeah, exactly. So I think that I think at some point almost all females, unless they just came out of the womb, looked in the mirror, gave the world a high five, and just was like, God is good. I'm
about to rock this. Like my teeth are straight, my pores are tight.
Unless they pop out like Bella Hadid. You know what I mean? I don't think they said something like there was a fact that I read something about like 90.
She laughs at this fact. I hope it's a funny fact and not something.
No, but I know this is a serious topic, but sometimes if you don't laugh, you will cry.
That's true.
If you don't laugh,
why do you think I'm over here making commentary?
Because it's like how 95% of women look at these magazines, right? And they want to look like these women in here, but only
that's
like
all
5%
Photoshop.
of them. Only 5% of them have the capability of looking like them. So it's like it's a 5%. But the thing is, I read that fact and I still was like, I could still be the 5%.
This like give me a few months. I'm gonna be in that 5%. I can still be there. I can still be there. I'm not person that's like when a side effect comes up in medication. It's like that 1%. I'm like, yeah, I'm part of that 1%. I'm pretty sure. So I feel you.
For sure.
I feel you.
I felt like in that instant, like I can't remember. It's in there somewhere. Like,
it's funny because I remember like when they used to tell you as a kid, be like, oh, you shouldn't be envious or want to be like the girls in magazines and stuff like that. Why didn't they just tell us that these girls' bodies were photoshopped and airbrushed? They couldn't have been so specific.
Another fact in there that says even a percentage, I think it was 13%, I believe was it's in my head, but 13% of people would still know that the image is photoshopped
and still
feel like a sense of like longing to look like that or longing to be that image for a brief period of time. Like there's still, whether they know it's photoshopped or not, doesn't necessarily matter. Right? It doesn't necessarily matter to how they're feeling about that image and how that image makes them feel. Right? So you can tell them it's photoshopped, but I don't think it would compute though. Like if you're obsessing about, let's say back in the day it was like Kate, what was her name? Kate
Hudson?
No, not Hudson.
Kate, no.
What's that?
Did you know I was about to say Middleton? I'm sorry. Kate.
Oh, what is that model's
Is
name?
that the Pepsi girl? You talking about the Pepsi woman?
She's really thin.
The Pepsi woman?
No, which Pepsi woman?
I can't remember. Laura Crawford?
No, not Laura Crawford. I keep wanting to say Kate Spade, God rest her soul.
Okay, let's move on. But Kate, whoever, someone will know.
Like, yeah, so you'll know. Just if you know who it is, you just mention it. Slide in the DM.
Slide in the comments.
No, but she was like the ideal woman back in our, like, she was a Gap model or like something like that, and she just was like Kate Moss. That's it.
Oh, Kate Moss. Ooh, oh my gosh.
It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me if I didn't get it out. It was gonna kill me.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Kate Moss back in, like, in my generation, she was the ideal felt, gorgeous, blonde hair, blue eyes, like tall, drink of water. Like, everyone loved Kate Moss. Everyone wanted to be just like Kate Moss. They wanted to wear jeans like Kate Moss. They wanted to have a haircut like Kate Moss. Everything was about Kate Moss. I remember this. Like,
just like how it's about Cardi B now.
It's exactly just like it's about Cardi B right now. It's just like Kate Moss, Cardi B. Well, so yeah, like, this is how people reacted to this girl who was just like in the 5%. No, only Kate Moss could look like Kate Moss, and nobody got that. Nobody understood that, like, it was an unattainable
beauty.
It wasn't even that, like, personally, she's not my cup of tea. Like, I'm not saying I just remember, like, my, like, friends around me, like my white friends being very obsessed with Kate Moss.
Okay. Right?
So I never looked in a magazine and saw anyone that looked like me that I wanted to look like. That wasn't my problem.
That's a black people problem.
That's not a black person.
We had to look
issue.
in Jet.
We had to look in Jet at our hairdressers, like a basement studio
hairstyle book.
And it was like Jet magazine.
That's so sad.
Black hair. There was Essence. There's Ebony. And that's all you had. That's all you had.
That's all we had. And those magazines weren't even close reach. You had to get that subscription.
That's all we had. So, but there were no girls in there. We were focused on hair, people. Like, we were focused on making our people feel bad about ourselves, body image issues and body wise. Like, but with the other kinds of magazines, I'm not calling them any color or another color. But with the other kinds of magazines, it was just like these photoshopped images of, like, these
every other page
of these girls.
Stories with, like, half the page a picture and half the page a story. And
yeah, like, it just, and it affected young girls. It affected them in a really negative way, and they had negative body image issues. And
now it's just more drastic because everything's digital.
Oh gosh,
that's all. Everything's digital.
Everything's digital. I don't know. I just feel like between social media, modern media,
historic media.
Or
is that what we are? Historic?
We just have failed our young girls and our young men.
In regards to body imaging. Yeah. Images.
Like, where are the positive body images? I see Dove. I see you, Dove.
Listen.
I see you, Dove.
I see Mattel, Barbie.
You see Barbie.
I see Barbie with the girls with the low fros now and the body shaped in their. Barbie's no longer just a one fit stature. Like, Barbie has curves. Listen, and not just curves and a skinny waist. Like, an actual measured. They had a big campaign about it a couple of years ago, actually. Like, now when you go into Toys R Us or Walmart and you go down the Barbie aisle, like, you can find a Barbie that is actually somewhat close to your physical stature.
Really?
Skin color, even. There's more black Barbies now. Like, yeah. I kid you not. Don't you remember when we seen that dark skin Barbie?
Yeah, I remember that. When we went to Toys R Us and we saw the black Barbie that looked like Barbie with blackface.
It didn't look like Barbie with blackface.
It did. It totally did. But that's not really the point that I'm trying to make.
No, we're trying to make body image.
The point that I'm trying to make.
Teach them about their body.
To teach them about, something that's so deeply personal and so deeply private to them that I just can't see how we can allow young people to view this and see this and take it in and actually they're experiencing it.
It's because we've experienced it before, so we're kind of like, desensitized to it anyways. Like, it's just kind of a thing of life. We could either lead them to not have body issues or to end up having body issues, and you just hope it's the latter of the two.
And I feel like you talk about being desensitized. I feel like that's exactly what it is. They're desensitized at this point. I don't even think they know what's happening to them anymore.
No.
Like, they're not aware of the fact that apparently now they do put that these images are doctored or they've been enhanced or whatever in the fine print, I'm sure. But they don't even realize that what they're striving to attain is not even real.
No.
It's not real. It's
Listen,
not
we
real
live in a world and a generation now that all the famous celebrities that everybody loves and sees are very open about the fact that they've had surgery. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing. So even if magazines put, this isn't real and Photoshop this and that about body images, they already have the information knowing that, okay, it's not attainable, so I got to pay someone to attain it type of mentality anyways. I've been there. I have been there. I remember when I was younger, I was like, I used to do that thing where you lift up your hand and be like, my boob look like this and I want it to look like this. You ever done that? Like, she's always had perky boobs, so she's never done it. But like, she used to say I had eggplant boobs when I was younger, and this is another thing. Like, siblings come into play too. Like, your family comes into play when it comes to body issues because like your siblings will make fun of you. Your parents might compare you to your siblings. Like, things like that happen at home. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, So like, I used to have that those times when I was younger, I'd be like, yeah, I want to, when I get of age, when I'm in my 20s, my late 20s, I'm going to get a breast lift or I'm going to get a tummy tuck, or I'm going to take fat from here and move it to my butt. And those were the times that I was in a very insecure relationship as well. Yes. And the other person was telling me, do it if it makes you feel good, but I know you'll look good. I look good. Body set good. As the girl on TikTok would say, with body set good, okay? So don't even worry about it. Like, that's what I'm saying to these children. Like, any young kids listening to us right now, like, your time will come. Your time will come. Listen, Tom, Dick, and Harry aren't going to remember you when you're 25 and 29. And when they do, let them remember what they remembered in high school, and don't let them look upon you now, because you'll be better off for it and better looking anyways. Don't worry. Everybody goes through that weird phase when we're kids. We all go through that where our head's bigger than our body, or our ears are sticking out, or our stomach don't go as flat as we want it to. There's intestines under there. Like, be realistic. Like,
stuff going on.
there's it's a body. It's a body.
It's a body, but it's a body that people statistically
reel it back in.
That approximately 50% of pre-adolescent girls and 30% of pre-adolescent boys dislike their body, and there's 60% of adult women and 40% of adult men have negative body image issues.
Just like I just said, but those 60% of women are getting their body done, and even those 40% of men are getting their body done. Like Mr. Ken, the Ken Barbie doll.
Yeah.
I don't know what nationality he is, but he turned to a female now, Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. To each his own. But I was shocked. You did all that work as a man to then turn into... You might as well have just started the transition back before. Maybe you didn't know, but still. Like, that's a lot of... You know how much... I can't even remember the number, but I remember he's probably one of the highest, like... He spent the most on plastic surgery. I'm more than sure he's up in that rank of like the top 5, up there with like
the cap.
Yeah, like because he did abs. Yo, he
Barbie doll lady.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff. He did abs, cheek, face, chin. He did a lot of things to look like Ken.
I used to say that I wanted to just get a little tummy, like just be done with it. Just tuck the tummy.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Like,
but you have to be comfortable. You need to be comfortable in your own skin before you.
Hard work.
Yeah, but you also need to be comfortable in your own skin when that happens.
Yet.
So
I'm not yet.
Yeah,
so that's a work in progress. But how can we encourage healthy body image? What do you think we can do?
For kids, are you asking me because I have 2 kids? Are you talking in general?
Sure, from a mom perspective.
I just love on my kids. I love on my children.
You love on your children.
I love on my children. I serenade them. I serenade them with songs, telling them, what's my favorite song to serenade them with right now? Shoot. There's a Taurus Riley song that I sing to them right now. I love you. I love you I love you just the way you are. Wake up with no makeup. He's talking about a girl, we not break up, but I would never break up with my children. So type of thing, just the way you are. Even if you gain a pound or take off a pound, I love you just the way you are. I serenade to my children so they feel loved. No man is gonna ever have to tell my child that she's pretty or cute or no. Don't even worry about it. They don't even gotta worry about that.
Sweet.
No.
So they say treat your body with respect.
Yeah, I don't got no tattoos unlike some people. I still want mine though, by the way. You still treat your body with respect, but
my tattoos are a holy grail
of your personality and of course
on my body.
Of course. So, I just say I'm the perfect template right now for my 2 girls that I could be like, respect your body. Mommy doesn't have any tattoos. I've gotten rid of all my piercings. So I could be like, listen, respect your body. You're supposed to.
Eat a well-balanced meal and exercise because it makes you feel good and strong, not as a way to control your body. So if you don't like exercise, don't do it, man. Like, honestly,
I have to get the girls to do exercise. It's wintertime right now, so we're cutting slack.
But walking is going to be my thing. I know, because it always happens this way. I didn't walk when I was living downtown because it's a shithole down here. And now I'm living in the nice suburbs. You saw how I did the workout for 30 days in the what's it called, in the garden. Like, I'm gonna just go on long mother after walk.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with the kids. I need to do something.
I'm gonna go on straight up walk.
There's no more gym now since she's home and everything like that. So, and I'm not a go outside type of person.
I love outdoors. I love hiking.
I was never allowed to go to the park and things like that, as a kid. So riffrafters in the suburbs. Wow.
Suburban riffraff was in the park. You know who I'm talking about. Those riffraff boys.
They did burn down the park with fireworks that time, though. Smelled like bacon for like a month.
I told you. Notice when you judge yourself or others based on weight, shape, or size, ask yourself if there are other qualities you could look for when those thoughts come up. So
this is a good one for our family. Our West
our West Indian family is quick to point out someone's weight, shape, or size.
I think anybody's West Indian family is quick to point out, but like ours is kind of brutal.
Dad called me fat a couple weeks ago, straight to my face. Like,
girl,
he did not even care.
No care, eh?
He did not even care. And mom's favorite
and she chimed in.
All you have to do is lose that stomach and you'll be skinny. If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry.
I'm telling you. Listen, I'm quite content. Nobody can tell me nothing.
No, because they expect you to be like, it's our prototypes.
Yeah, like, I've always been thick.
You've always been thick. So if you got like twice the size of yourself right now,
trust me,
they would
trust me. I'm
literally twice the size of myself right now. So they have something to
even
say.
Even if I tried to gain a little weight, for the right places, they still have something to say, and I wouldn't care because it's what I wanted to do for myself. See, you just have a certain image of yourself that you want to attain once again. So we already had this discussion privately.
Don't even go there.
I'm not gonna go there because we had it privately.
Dress in a way
I'll tell you guys later.
Dress in a way that makes you feel good about yourself in clothes that
yes. Listen, I remember being that kid too when I was younger, being like, no, you know what I remember? I remember squeezing into your size 9 jeans when I was younger. They fit. They had some give. They fit. But I used to fit into your jeans because I used to be like, I want to be skinny enough to fit into these jeans. Because I used to be wearing size 11, size 12. At times I shouldn't have been wearing them type of sizes. Because I didn't accept the fact that I was thick and I had wide hips and they wouldn't fit me any other way. But like, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? You just thought of like wearing your clothes because I was like a deviant child. I used to wear your clothes because my sister was the thin, petite, if she walked into the high school, like everyone was like, oh, who's that? Whose sister is that? Type of thing. And I was just this thick butterball. Just this thick butterball. So I used to try and squeeze it in. I still made it work though.
You did.
I still made it work.
I remember. I had my jeans always had give, so
they always had a little give.
Find a short message that helps you feel good about yourself and write it on a mirror or on your home to remind you to replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts.
Affirmations. I've started this.
But you say the you. Remember, you're talking about how you say you are instead of I am.
What do you mean? What?
Oh, maybe it was Candace.
No, you're talking to something. Well, what is that? What do you mean?
Yeah, but
we're talking about affirmations.
Like affirmation, instead of saying like I am strong, you'd say you are strong. As if
if you're talking to yourself,
as if someone else is saying it to you.
So as if you're talking to yourself in the third person. Yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, as you're talking to yourself without saying your name. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so try it.
Thank you. I will.
Remember that everyone has challenges with their body image at times. When you're talking with friends, you might discover that someone else wishes they had features that you think are undesirable. So features on yourself that you think are undesirable.
My friends used to like my lips. They said I had Angelina Jolie lips because I got the crack right down the middle. I never understood what they meant. I was so confused. I used to be so confused. That like crack right out. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? You got Angelina Jolie lips. You got the crack down the middle. What the fuck does that mean? I'm thinking they were talking about the top here. I'm like, everybody has this.
No, it's the bottom part.
It's the bottom part. I got to split. That was because I licked my lips too much one winter and my whole lip just bust up and crack up and it just stayed that way. It's not natural. You don't have a crack. You don't have a crack in your lip, sister, do you?
I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I could be natural, but.
Final thoughts on body image. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is just, honestly, for the young people, like, it's not the end of the world. I know it feels like the begin all and end all, and you feel like you have to fit this cookie cutter shape of life because you walk in a building with thousands of or hundreds of kids, and the it group looks like this, so you have to look like that. It's not realistic. And you're going to grow up and you're going to go to college and you're going to be an adult, and there's going to be there's going to be a group of people, not just a group of people that appreciates you as a whole for who you are. So don't depend on your everyday thing now for young people. For older people, I'm never going to knock anybody if they want to, if you're older and you want to change something about yourself, you have body image issues and you have the money and you're comfortable in your own skin, because you need to be comfortable in your own skin before you change anything on your body, because just changing the outside don't mean that's there's still an inside to you. So you got to be comfortable. I'm never gonna knock it. If you want to do it, do you, homie, have fun, but just work out your body issues before you make changes to them. So that's all I have to say about body issues. They're a real thing. I know they're a real thing. I know people struggle with them. And the ones that struggle with them, you know, in an excessive manner I don't want to be like seek help, because I hate when people say seek help. But like, yeah, like seek help. No, like, you know, you just
should seek help.
Find someone that you're comfortable talking to and speak to them about it. That's better than seeking help. No? Yeah. Not instead of saying seeking help. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just find somebody that's a trusted person to talk to, and, you know, share your experience, and you might be just shocked to know that they share the same experiences as you do, and that's a stepping stone to seeking professional assistance.
Yes, that's true.
How about you? Go ahead. Did I take so much? I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. You know, I'll come up with something.
I know. I hope I didn't steal anything from what you would say. So,
you know, body image is one of those things. It's tough for me to talk about body image because of all the things that I still, you know, am currently facing when it comes to how I feel about the way I look. And
can I just say, you know, you're beautiful.
Oh, stop it.
Stop. You have to accept the comment. You can't do that. You have to accept the comment to feel the comment. You know, you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Stop embarrassing me.
I'm not embarrassing you. I just, sometimes you need to hear it. And I thought at this moment you needed to hear it. Like, stop being ashamed. You can go ahead now. I just thought you needed to hear it. Just in that very moment. I felt it in my spirit. Go ahead.
Maybe you're right, girl. Maybe you're right. That's what I need to hear. I'm going to practice what my girlfriend would like to call radical acceptance. I think that's what we all need to practice a little bit of when it comes to our bodies. It's just radical acceptance of who we are and where we are, and, you know, where we've come from, and, you know, I guess where we're going. Like, that's just to complete the little journey, that little set of conversation there. You know, it's important that we realize that our bodies are a temple, and we treat them with love and respect and kindness. Most of all, kindness. And I think that's what I think I'm lacking in my life, is a little bit of kindness towards myself. So I'm going to practice radical acceptance and a little bit more kindness. And hopefully some of these body image issues, the next time we tackle this topic, won't be there.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
It's really beautiful.
With that said, let's hear a little bit about some of your body image issues, things that you've been going through. See if we can tackle them together. So
yes, if you'd like to reach out to us and, as she said, discuss some of your personal body issues that you have, we are open ear, no one to judge, just to honestly have an open and honest conversation with you. You can get a hold of us at dysh at daintydysh.com. So that's DYSH at DAINTY.com. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
give us 5, deserve 5.
And if you're listening to us on any other streaming platforms, thank you so very much. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to get a hold of all of us, you can get a hold of us through Dainty Dish Podcast. So that's DAINTY DYSH PODCAST. And if you're looking to get hold of us individually, my Instagram is thatmuvabadxo. So that's THATMUVABADXO. And Onika's is
Best of Onika. That's BESTOFONIKA. And if you want to get a hold of our producer Ellie, it is ITS.ELLO.
And if you'd like to get a hold of Tiana, hers is Honey T, and that's HONEEE. Yeah, EEY.TEE. No dot? Yeah. Oh, no dot. Okay. So HONEEYTEE. So that was her Instagram. And I said our collective Instagram already. And our Twitter. So if you'd like to get a hold of us on the Twitter, if you'd like to tweet us a tweet. Twitter us a twat.
Twitter us a
tweet.
Tweet us a tweet.
Tweet us a twit. Whatever.
Whatever
it is. Yeah, we're so out of the loop. You could do that at it's your name, right?
Onika Dainty.
At Onika Dainty. So you could do that at Onika Dainty. Who knows? The year's just started. Maybe I'll get a Twitter, a twatter, Twitter. Who knows?
You know how I feel about Twitter.
I have TikTok though. TikTok's the same as Instagram.
How I feel about Twitter.
Yeah, you see, and I'm not one for words, but
anyways,
that's it. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you, B.
You're welcome.
That has been the dish of the day, and I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.